Namaste, hello, welcome to our class. So I would like to highlight a part of practice today, and that's called Drishti. Drishti is a concentration technique that we use in our asana practice or our posture practice. So when we're in a pose, there will be oftentimes a certain point of the body, like the thumbnail, for example, or the forehead center, where we direct our eyes and we keep our eyes steadily onto that point while we're in that pose. Sometimes there may not be a direct point that you're looking at, but it may be a direction like upwards or to the right or to the left and so on. And this is a very important technique for a few reasons. One being that, well, in poses, balance is happening, right? In some poses, we're on maybe one foot or some kind of situation, physical structure situation that having a little bit more ability to find balance is going to come from having a very steady gaze and oftentimes looking to the distance, right? Looking somewhere far away. And we have a kind of subroutine of our mind, which is always asking what's level? Where's the plane that I'm standing on? Where's the ground? We don't get that only from our eyes, though, right? A lot of that comes from the inner ear mechanism as well. But it does help when we have a certain steadiness to the way that we look and a relaxation in the way that we're looking. So, how do we have this focus while relaxation? Well, if you look anywhere, choose somewhere in your room right now, a little farther away and past the screen, maybe, and just look at one point. And as you're looking at that point, allow the awareness of the edge of your vision to be present as well. So you have that spot you're looking at, but you also see this whole picture all the way out to the edges of your eyes. And we can also move our gaze and move our picture, right? So it's like while we move, if we lift our chest and our head, we draw a line with our eyes. We don't move our eyes necessarily very much. We move our body and the gaze will track, it'll follow on that line. Now, when we're just like making a little, exercise here, you're probably going to notice your eyes still move quite naturally. And that's like standard mode for most of us right now because we're very interactive. We want to gather lots of information, and a lot of information comes through the eyes. This, in theory, relates to the fire element. And if we build up our fire element in the way of life, then we should be able to more easily digest things. However, we need to balance with other elements as well. So even if you're very good at digesting things, you may get kind of like, stronger appetite and you want to digest even more than you really need. So this is one of the balances and, benefits and compromises or downside to everything, right? So we have to have balance of it all. So that's quite interesting. Another reason drishti can be very important is again relating to that inner process of digesting information and our thought processes. And there's various fields of study, like neurolinguistic programming, for example, that study our thought process, our mind, and how parts of our behaviors of thinking relate to our body gestures and actions. Like the hand is really easily seen, right? When I gesture, it's like, oh, he's gesturing because it means something. But also, we gesture with our eyes, right? Our eyes are integral to our own thought process. You could even say that how you move your eyes affects how you think. And how long you can keep your concentration in a certain way is also a reflection of the eye movement. Not necessarily, but a really strong relationship can be there. And as we practice, yes, you could have more concentration if the eyes move, but the normal way is if your eyes move to somewhere else, the thoughts will move or change or shift. Maybe you'll think of another topic, maybe you'll think of another person or another angle or whatever it is. So what we get out of this practice of drishti, of keeping our eyes steady and focused on one point while we work with the pose or the practice that we're in, that helps immensely with being able to keep your mind focused in a certain way with other things. So, common daily example for many people, maybe you were thinking about something and then poof, okay, where did it go, right? And this has very much to do with sometimes our eye movements and the things that distract us externally. That's the big takeaway from this, right? So if we have to have the eyes open and we want to be focused, try to keep the eyes very steady, maybe even like locked on to an object or the person that you're talking to. But don't do like yoga drishti when you're talking with your friend or your parents. They might get a little scared. Okay. It's like Sadhguru made the joke when he was a young boy, and the teacher said, or so his father said, you have to pay attention to the teacher. And he says he paid attention to the teacher like the kind of attention that she never got. I guess he turned her into a drishti or something like that. So while we practice, I'll mention points to keep your eyes calmly focused, steadily focused towards the point. And if you just joined, some people just came into the room here. Simple exercise of looking at one point while keeping the whole awareness of your vision available and present there. And when we move, almost kind of like if I was going to just move my head, but not my eyes to look at something, that point I'm looking at, I'm moving that point in my awareness. So let's start our class or practice this morning. You can come to a comfortable cross-legged posture and palms down or up, your choice. If you want to feel a little bit more grounded and steady, palms down. If you want to feel more kind of stimulation, rising of your consciousness and energy, turn the palms up. Close your eyes. And even though the eyes are closed, let's imagine that that whole giant space that you imagine as your vision, you're aware of all of that space. And begin to deepen your breath, exaggerating a little bit from your normal breath. As we continue for 1 or 2 more minutes here, breathing, deepening our breath, focus on the movement of your belly now. When you inhale, the belly starts to go out. Fill up more if you want. Maybe your ribs expand, your chest lifts. Then keep your chest up and exhale long as you can. Getting towards the end of the exhale, abdomen contracting in. Breathing a wave of breath through your abdomen, through your torso. And last few breaths with our eyes closed. Feel your breath to where you feel is your most comfortable fullness. Hold and exhale much slower. One or two more times. with that sense of ease and relaxations, bring our hands to our heart center in Anjali Mudra, the prayer position, and chant mantra Om 3 times, taking a deep, slow inhale. And let's exhale here to open our eyes. And let's just move to the table pose, hands and knees. And we start our first exercise, the cow and the cats. And inhaling, we're going to lift our head and tail and look up towards the ceiling, kind of look through or close to your eyebrow center. And exhale, round your back, follow the line your eyes make, and look towards your navel center. And inhale, moving, lifting the head, drawing a line as you move your head. We're trying not to move the eyes too much, but the eyes are moving because the head is moving. Let's keep going. Inhale. And exhale. And at the end of the movement, we're looking a little further, a little deeper with the eyes. As we move, the eyes are centered. As we lift up, looking up. Exhale, center, but moving, tracing a line. And as we bring our chin in, looking towards the navel. Let's go 3 more times, slowly. And exhale, round the back, push the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. One more. And neutral spine. Now let's just shift our weight backwards, knees a bit wide, and we're going to come down towards like child's pose here. And we'll cross right hand over left hand, so at the wrist. Take your full inhale, laying close to the floor, looking forward, and exhale, lift onto your left hand, take your right hand up and look up towards your right thumb. And then inhale, follow your thumb down, cross behind your left hand, then look forward. And exhale, lift and raise your left arm, follow your left thumb. Inhale, down. As you cross behind, look forward. And exhale, follow your right thumb. Keep going like this at your own pace. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Let's go about 2 more times each side. And the next time you come with your right hand up, let's stay there for 3 breaths. Exhale to twist your body open, looking at your thumb or towards your thumb if you can't turn that far. Sometimes it is too far to be able to see. So we just look in the direction, looking up. Keeping the eyes soft, focusing on that point, but seeing the whole image. And let's change sides. Inhale down. And exhale, lifts. Second side, holding. And inhaling, just table. Take your right hand down. Look down to the floor. Bring the knees closer in. Let's inhale to downward facing dog. Lifting our knees, taking small step back. And hanging the head. Now, a kind of typical Drishti for down dog would be just looking straight back through your legs, your eyes level with the floor. So not much higher than your ankle level, or maybe mid shin, or closer to your knees, somewhere between your knees and ankles. Some styles of yoga move the Drishti higher, and that can increase the heat in some poses, right? So in down dog, like in Ashtanga Vinyasa, the Drishti is towards the navel, and you actually bring your chin further in and look towards the belly button. Let's do that for the next few breaths. Exhaling, chin up, looking towards the navel center. Keep breathing. Now, if you're not used to that technique in down dog, you can probably notice little differences in the pose as well, like how the shoulder stretch feels. Again, that heat in the pose. And a little bit less tendency maybe to elongate the spine as well. So be aware if you're rounding your back to bring your chin in, still keep reaching the heart forwards. And let's exhale to bend our knees halfway, looking towards your hands. And inhale, walk to the front, come to flat back. And we lift up as high as we need to straighten our back, and look up through your forehead center again. Exhale and fold down. Trace a line with your vision until you're all the way folded, and then look up toward your navel. Inhale to flat back, slowly coming out, tracing the line and looking all the way up. And exhale, folding, drawing a line, curling in to the navel. 3 more. Two. And 1. Now coming all the way up with your next inhale. Raise the arms wide to the sides. And as we come up, slowly again, draw the line across the floor, the wall, the ceiling, up to your hands, thumbs connected. Look at your thumbs. And exhale, hands to the heart, still following your thumbs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Mountain with prayer at the heart. Inhale, keep going, slowly moving, keeping the drishti at the thumbnails. And resting at the hearts, looking straight forward. Seeing the whole image, but knowing exactly where is that point that both eyes are coming onto, one single point together. Let's do 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar, finishing your exhalation. Inhale, reaching up. As the hands cross the vision, follow the hands. Now hands apart, exhale down, trace the line across the ceiling, the wall or out the window, the floor, and then back to the navel. Inhale halfway up to flat back, looking up through the forehead center. Exhaling, hands down, walk back. Let's take a little warm up on the arms. So we're going to do exhale towards chaturanga, inhale towards child pose. Whole time looking forward. Exhale forward, hug the elbows a little bit in. Inhale, lift back. Exhale forward. Inhale, back. One more time, exhale forward. And then moving to lift our chest next. Inhale, push and lift straight up through your arms and look up towards the third eye, forehead center. Exhale, push back to downward dog. Look towards the navel center. Take a few deep, slow breaths. Next, exhale, bend your knees halfway. Inhale, small steps, walking to the front. Lifting the flat back, looking towards the forehead. Exhale to fold, looking towards the belly button. Inhale, lifting all the way up, raise the arms out to the sides, looking up, back up to the thumbnails. And exhale, hands to the heart, following the thumbs, and then looking straight ahead as the hands cross the eyes. Inhale, reaching straight up, follow the thumbs. Hands apart, exhale all the way down. Belly button at the end. Inhale, flat back. Third eye. Exhale, hands down, walk back. Look forward as you come into a low push-up. Inhale, chest up. Third eye, look straight up. And exhale, pushing back to down dog. Looking towards your belly button. Few deep breaths here. Keep working in the pose. Lifting your tail, reaching the heels back. Exhale, bend the knees, slowly start to look between the hands. Inhale, walk to the front, flat back. Exhale, fold, and looking towards the belly button. Inhale, lifting all the way up. And as our hands meet, our eyes meet our thumbnails. Following the thumbs, hands to the heart. As they cross the eyes, look straight forward. Inhale, reaching straight up. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, low push-up, chaturanga. Looking forward. Inhale, chest up, looking towards third eye. Exhale, up and back to down dog, and looking towards the navel. Next, exhale, bend the knees halfway. Inhale, walking to the front, flat back, third eye. Exhale, folding and curling in. Inhale, lifting all the way up. As the hands meet, the eyes arrive to the thumbnails. And exhale, hands to the heart, looking straight ahead, closing our eyes, standing in mountain for a moment. Exhale, opening our eyes, looking straight ahead to that Drishti point. Now, keeping the point straight ahead with your next inhalation, we're going to step the left leg back towards a triangle pose preparation. We're going to repeat this enough times to really understand the movement there. Keeping the Drishti. Exhale, step the hands and the feet back together into mountain. Just very fluid, almost Tai Chi kind of movements. Inhale. Right leg back, arms reaching along the line, forwards and backwards. And then exhale, bend the front leg, sweep the right hand and right foot back to mountain pose. Whole time we're keeping that Drishti straight ahead. Exhaling, stepping forward together into mountain. A few more times each side. And sometimes Drishti is even like you're looking through something even further than maybe how far you can actually see. That's really helpful sometimes if you're in a class and somebody walks in front of you. I remember one time that happened to me. I was using the teacher's watch as a Drishti once. And then the teacher came and picked up the watch. And I fell out of my pose. I lost my balance. So it's not the thing necessarily that you're looking at. It's the way the eyes are, the way you look, the steadiness of the eyes that creates a change in the way that we focus, and also, how the body can maintain balance in different positions. It's come with the right leg back and then into triangle pose. So we're going to reach forward, drop the left hand and look up to the right hand. And let's repeat that movement a few times. Inhale, lift up. Slowly look forward to your left hand. Where does the left middle finger point? Somewhere along that line is where we're looking. And exhale, reach forward, drop, and look toward your right thumb. Looking at the thumbnail or that moon shape at the beginning of the nail. Try to be specific. Inhale, lift, look to the left middle finger line. Exhale, reach, move through the hips, and then drop the left hand, look up to the right thumb. Let's hold here, breathe. Steady eyes, seeing the whole picture. The other purpose of the Drishti is it moves us into the pose alignment, right? The actions of the pose. In triangle pose, one of the main things is to turn our chest up. So if we're looking up, we're more likely to be in that direction with our torso. At least as we're learning, at least as we're starting to practice. Still a few more breaths here. The Drishti is also very good for keeping the mind calm when it starts to feel stressed. Inhale, lifting up, looking to the left middle finger line. And exhale, hands and feet coming together into mountain. Closing the eyes for a moment. Opening the eyes. When you're ready with an inhale, left leg stepping back. Looking along the right middle finger line. And exhale, reach towards your triangle, drop the right hand, look up to the left thumb. Inhale, lift up, look to the right middle finger. Exhale, reach, hips pulling back, drop, and look up to the left thumb now. 2 more times. Last one, coming into triangle and holding. Deepening the breath. Last few breaths. Next, inhale, lifting. Looking to the right middle finger line. And exhaling, mountain pose. Exhale, close the eyes. And inhale to chair pose. Just bend our knees, adjust your feet a little bit, roll on the feet, roll and lift the toes, and then sink deeper into the hips as we raise the arms. Looking up towards the connection of the thumbs. Deep, strong breathing. And softening shoulders, face. Exhale to forward bend, fold all the way down. And holding Uttanasana, forward bend. Few more breaths, try to lean forward, look towards the navel. Inhale to flat back. Look towards the third eye. And exhale to plank. Walk back, straight legs, straight arms, holding on the plank position, looking forward. And exhale, slowly lower down to lay on the floor onto your abdomen. Prepare for Cobra Waves. Feet can be wider, and this is a nice option you can always choose actually. The wider our legs are, usually the less compression you will feel when you roll up into your Cobra. However, if you want to get more kind of complete stretching and you can manage the compression that might happen, you can keep your legs more together in your Cobra. Okay, so with that in mind, you can explore while we're doing it, hands under our shoulders. And we're going to start by moving our chin in and our elbows in. Our head is off the ground. Let's exhale completely. Then inhale, start to lift and push, bring the chest up, and then bring the chin up and look up towards the third eye. And exhale, roll the spine down and look back to the ground. Then inhale, pull the chin and shoulders in, lift up. At the end, lift your head, look to the third eye. And exhale, roll down. Looking forward and down. Inhale. Exhale. And remember, if you want less compression feeling in the back, a lot wider legs is a good way to reduce that. Let's go 1 or 2 more times and then hold in the Cobra. Keep breathing. Looking towards your forehead center. Even kind of looking through it. And let's exhale, slowly roll down. As we come down, let's move into the shoulder stretch, taking the right arm out to the side. The hand is a little higher than your shoulder. So right here, I'm at 90 degrees, but actually I want you to be more open than 90 degrees. Your hand is in line with the top of your head. Okay, and then roll and lift your chest as you roll over your right arm. Take the left hand up. Looking up to the left and exhale, palm turning back, taking the left hand down towards the right hand. If you don't get to the floor, just keep the arms straight and moving down towards your hand. If you can clasp together, try to keep the right palm down. Finding one point up to the left to look at, seeing the whole picture at the same time. And softly release, roll down. Take the left arm out as high as the top of the head. Roll over the left arm. Right arm up, palm back. And exhale, right arm down to the left hand, looking up to the right. Slowly rolling down once again. Now bring both hands close to your chest, under your shoulders. Adjust and straighten your body. Do a kind of half cobra lift just to make some length on our torso, front side. And now coming into the bow pose. Grab your feet or your ankles. If possible, externally rotate your shoulders to grab the inside with your shoulders open, chest wide. Looking straight forward. And exhale, lift the legs, lift the gaze. Lift the chin slightly, but the eyes looking up towards the third eye. Now we can do that a few times as well. Inhale, soften the legs, the chin, look forward. Exhale, send the legs, the chin, and the eyes up. Inhale, soften, looking forward. Exhale, raising the legs, the chin, the eyes towards the third eye. One more time. And hold. Keep looking up. Last few breaths. Great job. Exhale, release. Take the arms and head in any position that you want to relax for a few breaths. Close your eyes here if you'd like. If your head is to one side, turn it to the other side for a few breaths. And let's take our head center, hands under our shoulders, and pushing up to plank. Back to downward facing dog as we inhale. Exhale, looking towards the navel, towards the belly button, holding in the pose. Few breaths. And now let's come to revolved triangle. So we're going to exhale, left foot turning out, right foot stepping forward. Now, actually, we could do side angle revolved or triangle revolved, depending on your preference this morning or today. So if you're doing side angle, go for a deeper lunge position with your left heel lifted. And then we're going to twist to the right and look towards the right thumb. Okay. If you want to do revolved triangle, we're going to get to straight legs, pushing through our legs. So there should be this ability to find like a flat back without your hands. And then again, exhale, twist to the right and look up to the thumb. If you can't reach the floor with straight legs, for the revolved triangle, take a block or a chair or some prop nearby. You can support onto your own hand with the prop. Okay. So one of these two choices, revolve side angle or revolve triangle, and looking towards the right thumbnail in your twist. Keep breathing.
as we breathe, as we look at our Drishti points, feel all the connections in the body, through the body, and eventually to the ground. How is everything making its way down through the structure, to the ground, to the center of the earth? Let's change sides, release. Step back on the inhale. Second side forward on the exhale. And setting up for your preference. Strong breath. Energize yourself in the pose. And releasing, exhale. Inhale, down dog, stepping back. Okay, now let's go again. Left foot stepping forward. And now we're going to go to half moon or Ardha Chandrasana. So our left hand will be a little forward and a little out, like 1 foot distance. Or we could say when we come up, our hand is going to be underneath of our shoulder in the half moon pose. Again, if it's hard to reach the floor with straight leg, you can use a prop. And now the drishti in the pose is quite difficult, right? Looking at your thumb really takes fine balance. So in some poses, the drishti is a direction that you're moving towards while you're processing the balance of the pose. You're not rushing to get there. Slowly, you're taking your time, and maybe you don't get there. Maybe somewhere along the way is perfect already. Exhale down. Inhale, step back. Exhale, right foot forward, and trying on the second side. Right hand 1 foot distance forward, a little bit out. And exhale, lifting the left arm, left leg, looking up to the left. Possibly at the thumbnail, but if it's not that far, just find a point to keep your eyes up to the left. Exhale, down. Inhale, stepping back. One more time each side. Exhale, left foot forward. Taking an inhale. Exhale, stand into your left leg. Right leg lift up high behind you. Right hand up. Looking up to the right in your own time. Exhaling down. Inhaling back. And last time, right foot forward. Inhaling. Exhaling, stand into your right leg, left arm up. And exhaling down. Inhale, stepping back to down dog. Holding in down dog. Looking towards your navel. Pushing forward through the heart, back through the heels. Inhale, rolling forward to flat on our plank pose. And exhaling, step to sit. Cross legs. Bring both legs out straight in front. Widen the sit bones. You can rock side to side here. If the back is rounding a lot, start with the knees bent to lift your chest. Inhale, reach up. Look up to your hands. And exhale, fold and keep looking forward. Keep the head up. Move forward through the heart. Now, mostly moving with the head and the drishti. Exhale, drishti in towards the navel. Inhale, head and drishti up. And as we're continuing that, keep reaching forward through your whole spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Curl in. One more time. And exhale, curl in, and we'll stay in the forward bend. Now, even though our eyes can be closed here, and yes, close your eyes, still focus towards your navel like it's your drishti. Your awareness is with that point. You're concentrating and trying to understand more specifically exactly where are you focusing, where is that point in your mind, and where is that point in your body. Still holding here and breathing now with the awareness that your breath moves to and from that point of your navel or your belly button. So feel everything in relationship to that point, and especially your breath, like it's moving to and from. Slowly, let's inhale to sit up. And exhale, cross legs. Comfortable seated pose. Eyes closed and looking now towards the forehead center, or Shambhavi Mudra. Gazing at the third eye. Breathing to and from that point of the third eye. And relaxing the eyes. Lay down into Shavasana. You may like to try turning around so that your head is towards the front, your feet are towards the back. And completely relax. Soften and let go. Feel the whole backside of your body letting go and getting warm and heavy. Heaviest where our body touches the ground. Feeling each part relaxing, the muscles, even the skin, even the eyes, the jaw, and the lips can all feel that calm, steady, peaceful relaxation. Still laying in Shavasana, bringing your attention again to your eyes and the whole process of vision that happens inside of us. And I hope you could feel some difference in your practice today with this increased awareness and disciplining of the eyes, and feel the relationship of that to our thoughts and our concentration, or even a kind of flowing state of trance. Noticing how much our eyes are connected to our way of thinking and the changing of thoughts. Disciplining the eyes helps us to discipline how to keep our attention and how to not be distracted. And slowly start to move your fingers and toes. Stretch or move, roll, or any way that you want to kind of find your way back to a seated posture. And then sitting comfortably, sitting at ease with yourself. And bringing the hands to our hearts. And I invite you to practice gratitude or prayer, something that brings awareness to the connection, to the universality, something that brings awareness to this expansion and realization that experience comes from self, and that consciousness and self is everything. It is the source of everything. And as we learn to peel away the layers of mind and ego, we find the original self, the source of the universe, is the source of ourself. What we think of our identity as is all that extra stuff on the top, but deep, deep, deep down is the same pure source of consciousness. So thank you, teachers, both past and present. Why not even future? They're on the way. And thank you for joining the class, as always, being both students and teachers to each other. And may you have a beautiful day, and hope to see you in the next classes. And anytime, feel welcome to connect, ask questions, share your experiences or feedback, and share the classes with others if you have anyone who would be interested or maybe can benefit from some of the things that we're doing here. And look forward to the next one. Namaste.